Hey YouTube, so we're in the garage again today and decided to roll the dice and push my luck because I'm going to be installing these components right over here. So as you guys can see, I have the injectors here, a fuel pump, a flex fuel kit, and a boost controller right over there. So essentially what I'll be doing today is I am going to be trying to boost up the horsepower of my car to around the 400 horsepower range. Now that is crank horsepower, but it is around 350 to the wheels, and for the weight of this car, I do think that's a lot and plentiful. The plan is to run E85 around 80% of the time here, and the rest of that with 91 octane whenever I do go out of town and don't have E85 around with me, which is the reason for the flex fuel kit. Not only that, but with the flex fuel kit, it'll accurately measure how much ethanol is in your fuel tank, and it will talk to the computers. It'll talk to the car's computer and actually dial in the timing and all that to make it more reliable and safe. So in addition to that, I also do have the Grimmspeed Boost controller here, since I am planning to run it with different boost levels. So for low boost, I do plan on running 8 psi and a medium at 10, and high boost would be 12. Now the reason for that is Ecutech does have a feature where you can on the fly change the map of your car using the cruise control, at least for the BRZ. So with that, hopefully I'll be able to pick and choose whatever boost map I can run for my needs, depending on how you feel, I guess. Or if you got a gap, someone put it on 12 psi. There you go. Though I am still debating if I should get a 14 psi map, which is where the risk factor goes significantly up. Alright, so as far as tuning, I am going with an E-Tune by HRI Tuning, which is a reputable tuner in this platform. Now there is an ongoing debate regarding a dyno tune and a street tune, but in my case I decided to go with the street tune because I do want a conservative, safe tune for this car. And with a street tune, from research I think the tuner will be able to see data logs that are conditioned to everyday driving, since my car is a daily driver, which is what I'm going to be using it for. And for you guys out there that are new to the channel, I do already have the SPD 500X kit, the V3 I believe, and it is currently running a 7 psi wastegate on 91 octane, so it is tuned for 91 octane California gas. In addition to that, I do have the minimal supporting mods for running a turbocharger in this platform. As you guys can see here, I do have the dual radium catch cam right over there, right over here, and also the Moto oil cooler. Now it's been a while, so I've actually moved my cooler away from my inner cooler here. It's actually behind it with a nice gap, so they're not touching each other and dissipating or actually transferring heat to one another. Alright, so for the most part with these mods here, you should be good at around 300 to 350 horsepower, and that, again, that's to the crank, and around 250 to 300 to the wheels. Safe, at least reliable and safe. However, since I do miss E85 from my OFD tablet days, I do want to run it again, and to do that you would need to install a couple things that are extra, which is a flex fuel kit, injectors, and also a fuel pump. And for me at least, I do have a boost controller, so if you guys want different, or if you want to run different kinds of boosts, that'd be a nice addition too. The reason for that is, I guess in short, is to make sure that the engine doesn't run out of fuel, because if it does, then that would cause detonation, and with detonation comes explosion, and with explosion, well, basically your engine's kaboom, it's gone. So as far as the brand, the size of the injectors, the fuel pump, or any kind of flex fuel kit you guys want, it's really up to you. There's a lot of great things out there, but I just went with what a lot of people have success on using. And as far as these things right here, these are stuff that I do buy used, which is why it took a while for me to kind of gather them up here. Starting off with the injectors, I did find them in Facebook. They are the ID 1000cc, not the newer ones. I think they're called 1050X. which are the newest version of these. But I couldn't pass on the deal on this one. I got basically the stuff here for 180, and then there was some missing stuff there, like these O-rings that go on top over here and one of the pigtails. So I got those, I guess these here for 25 bucks. So still a good deal. It comes with the spacers, and they were only used for around 500 miles. So definitely a steal there. Compared to if you were to buy them new, they would have probably been around $500–600. Now I am gonna start disclosing how much I spent on these parts, just so you guys can see what could be done to actually build a car with less money by buying used parts, by quality used parts at least, not some very beat up ones. But as long as you guys do ask like sellers the right questions and they do provide, then you could always end up with good deals like these. Next up is the Moto E's Flex Fuel Kit. Now another component that's usually expensive, around $600, and I paid $250 for these right over here. All of this except this. So it is in the higher mileage, around 9,000 miles, but not too bad. Everything looks like it's in good shape, and fuel lines usually tend to last a long time either way. But yeah, got it without anything broken. Everything's in good shape. The harnesses that I need. So overall, that is also a good deal in my book. I did buy this new. It's around $10, I think. It's the fuel release kit thing. Not a big deal. I should have bought a kit with different sizes, but I was shopping at Raleigh Sports Direct, I think, and it was there, so I just kind of added it to my cart. But yeah, all of that for, I guess, $260. Not too bad. Right, so next up here is the Grimmspeed electronic boost controller. So this is originally, I think, for the W-axis or STIs. I'm not too sure, but I did check that it's compatible. And I got this locally too. Well, locally, some of the stuff got shipped actually, but I got this locally for $50. Originally, I think for retail around $120. So a good chunk of saving there. Now this does connect to the evap sensor of your car. So I'm not too sure how it works if you have an evap boost controller connection and an evap flex fuel kit connector. So I'm not too sure how to do that. So in this case I played safe. So this would then connect to my evap solenoid, while this one would connect to my O2 sensors. So if you guys do want to run both a flex fuel and boost controller, I guess I do suggest going that route rather than having both of them evap. Then I don't know how to actually have that work or have it connected. In this case should be good. Should be able to use these two no problem. And then finally, but unfortunately, the fuel pump I had to buy new. So I did try to look for some used fuel pumps, but just couldn't really find any. So what I was thinking is that because this is probably really one of the really most time-consuming process of installation, the people probably don't take them out and just leave it there. And I think you don't need a tune for these. I think that's the reason for that. You can just leave it. Don't quote me on that though. But if that's the case, they're really hard to find. In addition to that, I also bought this fuel starvation door kit for the BRZ, because there are complaints for track guys about fuel starvation, where when they're turning high loads of G going left, that the fuel door kind of just whooshes the fuel out. So that door should definitely keep that close. Now I am not going to be tracking anytime soon, but since I'm going to be taking out the fuel basket, might as well add that in there as well. So if you guys want to do that, you can go ahead and do that as well, so you don't have to take out that fuel basket a second time to put that if you are going to go tracking. But yeah, I did get some savings off this. Usually they retail for around $330, but I bought it on eBay. I offered $250, and then the seller countered me at $300, and I was like, all right, that's a good deal. Went ahead and bought it. So yeah, that is it as far as how to chase those big ponies. So hopefully with that out of the way, I can get to install these and hopefully join the 400 horsepower club, and that'll be coming soon. Stay tuned.